forget how good this car is. I need to use it more. Okay, something that's been on the list for a while is wheel bearings on the front. I initially didn't change them because they looked in great condition, but having driven it lots, there is definitely a feeling that there could be a wheel bearing issue at the front. So to remove any element of doubt, I'm going to change them both sides. Problem is, I remember putting this on, this cap, and it was really tight, so I'm not sure I'm going to get that off. Got to knock the old bearings out and press the new ones in. The new ones are in the freezer, as per the advice of many YouTubers. Yep, she's coming. Okay, that one's out. It's coming out. Okay, that one's out. Freshly out the freezer. No, that's no good, look. Right, take 3 or 4. It's been a bit of a miss to try and get the heights right for the disc, for it to all sit in place. So here goes. Yep, she's in. Okay, that's not fully in yet. Need something smaller than that. Okay, it's in. Right, I'm just having a test drive with these new front wheel bearings. I've got to say, wow, what a difference. I really wasn't expecting much of a difference, but it's really nice. I was going to say it's really nice with no roof on at all. It looks amazing, and it is, but the parcel shelf's just flapped up, which actually is working really nicely as a windbreak. But yeah, this thing really made a massive difference. I'm so pleased. It was obviously one of the front ones was the major issue, so I'm pleased I've done that. That's great. I'm just going for a drive between the showers. Oh my god, and you forget how good this car is. I need to use it more. So I need to get that roof fixed. That's the priority next. Is I've got it off, I've got it in bits. I need to come up with a strategy on that. Do I put a new rear screen in it, make do with what I've got, try and make some little minor repairs, if I can, or do I take it somewhere and get it done properly and get it a full refurb and spend the big bucks? Because let's face it, I live in England, and you never know what's going to happen with the weather, and if I want to use this car for proper road trips, which I do, and it's so close now, it really is driving grey, there's not really much left to do, so I've got to have a look at sorting this roof out. So whilst I work out what to do about the roof, I decide to take the car in to a local expert who can sort out the rust spots and also paint what needs painting, and then I'm going to get it polished, so at least the outside of the car is done bar the roof.
Good afternoon everyone, so we're back working on the Porsche 911. Quite a nice old car this is. Somebody's done some repairs. It's been painted many times, and there's a bit of rust on the front wing, as you can see. I've had to remove this section, and I've welded a little patch in there. I'll put a skimmer pin over it now, and I'll show you what it's like when it's done.
Ideally a new rear valance, because that one is so mashed up. And oh, something about the front valance as well. Not looking too pretty.
These snapped out.
Oh yeah.
So I've had to
You put some
fiberglass back in, which is not a 5-minute job. And then there's a seal on here, which obviously had to come off for me to repair that.
Yeah.
Which I have got. When I come to put the, I've had it going off about 65 million times. The holes are actually not in the right place. So I don't think this originally had a whale tail.
Well, you know what, I'm not surprised you say that, because some people have said that the whale tail was never on a narrow body, or whether the original guy didn't want to spend the money and then bought one afterwards, or someone bought one after.
Good afternoon everyone. So this is the final update on the Porsche 911 we've been working on. Unfortunately this car has given us a fair amount of stick because of the age. It's been put together obviously with nuts and bolts. We've had to have the complete front bumper off. We've done a repair to the front wing. There was a hole in the front wing which we've repaired. I've done as little as paintwork as I possibly can because this is actually not the right colour. We've had the whale tail off, stripped most of it off to paint the grille and the white around it, and then we've had the lower valance off and fitted a new one and fitted all new seals. The downside, it just takes forever. So this is over a week's work on this car, but it's ready. I've got to give the customer a call now and tell him he can come and collect it.
So I've had the paintwork done, and I've also put some nice new bits of trim on, including this, which was hanging off. So I've done various bits of trim, lots of little bits of paintwork, which I showed you in that video earlier, and it's looking really good. But the sort of original, well, it's not original paintwork, the original respray is really rough to touch. So I'm going to take some guys who are going to really go for it on the detail and see if they can get this thing looking even better.
Fallout remover applied to the bodywork, which will change colour based on the level of rust and iron deposits that are on the paint. Just giving it a couple of minutes, and you can see all that horrible fallout iron deposits, mainly from brake pads, but also just that's in the atmosphere and just sticks to the paint and it just turns purple. Next up we use a clay mitt to remove the last of the contaminants on the paint. Stop for rain. No! Final part before drying, degreaser. First stage pass. Nothing. Hopefully that comes out on camera. It's difficult to see. Fresh. Hold. One unpolished wheel, cleaned but unpolished. Three polished wheels. First deep cut is done on the paint. Now for a refinement, so a milder cut to really bring up the gloss. Even though it looks glossy, it will look really glossy soon. So we've done the heavy cut, which was the first pass. We've cleaned it off, and now we're going to go to a high gloss swirl remover, which will really make it pop outside in the sunlight. New battery time. Time for some protection. Because we've got old tied paint, we're using something called Built Hamper Autobahn, which nourishes the paint and has also got rust inhibitors into it. So it's good for older tied paint to keep them looking fresh, nice and glossy, but also offer protection. Ceramic trim restorer, well, permanent trim restorer, applied to the rubbers. Wheels will come up nicely. And inside, including all the bumper areas. Back on its wheels.
I think you'll agree the car looks magnificent. These wheels, the bodywork is super shiny now. I've even managed to do a few hundred miles in this week. Without the roof, obviously, and the rain is just about to start to fall, so I'm going to put it away now. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully one more video and then it'll be done. We've just got to sort that roof out, so I've got a few phone calls to make, and hopefully I can get that sorted quickly, and then I really can use this car whenever I want. Thanks for watching.